All right, Coach, you want to start with your general thoughts, and then we'll turn it over to Donnie for questions?
Yeah, general thoughts. This is really who this team has been all year. Very resilient, able to fight through slow games offensively, inconsistent games offensively. Nights when Bridget maybe isn't at her best, other kids seem to find a way to step up. If you look back over the course of the year, every night that happened, they figured out a way, with the exception of one night back in early December. And so I'm really proud of the way they continue to defend and figure out a way to just score enough down the stretch. I thought these two in particular made some big plays, some winning plays, charges and diving on loose balls, just things that maybe don't show up a whole lot in the stat sheet, but they equal winning. And that's the stuff this team's been able to do all year. So I'm really proud of them and excited to get to spend another week with them.
What was the message at halftime? They were getting a lot of looks from three that didn't show up for them in the second half.
The message was really the number one key to the game for us. Was on the board. We talked about it all morning leading up to the game. It was defend the three-point line. And we just didn't do it. We didn't do a good job of it, and give them credit. The defense can make mistakes, but they still got to make them. And they did, to their credit. So we continued to harp on that point. And we just talked, offensively about trying to play through the inside a little bit more. I didn't think we got many post touches at all in the first half. And when we did, something good happened. So we talked about that. Tried to just keep them confident. We didn't make any shots in the first half. Had a couple go in and out, so we just told them to keep gripping and ripping, and some are going to fall. So it wasn't a whole lot of change, just more refocus on what we thought was important coming in.
You guys, every time you got in a little trouble, I thought you went inside pretty effectively. But the two, you only have 2 3-pointers, but I thought they were huge. I mean, the one at the Emily at the one and Katie at the other one.
Yeah.
But how much of a getting that 6-point run there? That I think it was 9-0. With those, how big was that for you guys when it was 32-30?
Yeah, I think it helps on the scoreboard, obviously, but I think it just helps the kids emotionally. Just take a deep breath. All right, something finally went in. In particular, those shots, they had gone zone. And if you continue to miss against the zone, they're going to stay in it, and then the mental part of it just gets more and more ramped up. So really big shots from those two kids, no question. And if you look back, those kids have made big shots consistently. Going back to the championship game last year, Katie made 4 threes at Catholic, and Emily's made big shots throughout her career in key moments. So we've got a lot of kids that can do it. Bridget gets a lot of the credit, deservedly so. But I know she's just as confident in her teammates as I am.
You were able, like I said, you were able to get the ball inside. I thought the passing again really good to get to make some potentially open looks really good. Makenzie with some passes. Emily had one, I remember.
Yeah.
How much did that help, especially taking advantage of the size, differential that you guys were able to have?
Well, I thought we came out of the locker room, we got it in a couple times and got some easy looks. We got the high-low once or twice, and those are typically really high percentage plays. And what that does is it forces the defense now to take a couple steps in and protect the paint. And now shots that were good shots in the first half become really good shots in the second half. And then, you mentioned the passing piece. That's something we talk about a lot. Our kids probably are sick of hearing it, but I can't imagine somebody talking about and stressing the importance of on-time, on-target passing more than we do. And in my opinion, passing is what increases shooting percentage. Because if you give a good shooter a great pass, good shooters become really good shooters. And so we talk about a lot in our practice, and fortunately we do some of it in the game.
Kenzie, you and Katie had those looks pretty consistently. Did you feel like any time it got tight that you guys were able to kind of have that shot if you wanted it?
I think we always look for the high-low option. It really works really well. And I think in the beginning it wasn't. I was throwing it away at least, but it wasn't working as well as we wanted to. It was getting deflected and everything. But I mean, when I got the ball to her down low a few times and she was able to get it, it worked both ways. I think one time I got a slip underneath and she was able to find me too. So I think it works both ways, but it was nice to finally, when we came out at a halftime, we got like 2 plays down low into the big for a high low, which was nice.
I thought that was a key moment in the game too. You guys are down 3 or whatever it was. Certainly no reason to panic, but to get off to a good start there probably does, well for you guys psychologically, and it puts a little more pressure on them, knowing that you're not going to go away.
Mm-hmm. Is that a question?
Yeah. I didn't phrase it as a question.
No, I also think offensively, it brought up the momentum, but I think also defensively. I mean, we were getting blocks, we were getting dives on the ground, and deflections, but both ways, I think we came out a lot stronger in out of the half compared to the first quarter, and we were just all over them, except on the threes. But yeah.
What was going on with the threes in the first half? What were they doing that was getting them open and making them, giving them such good looks?
I think a lot of it was our communication. It was too late. It was there, but it was too late. So a lot of the things that we tried to do with the guards was switching pin downs or switching out of handoffs and stuff like that. And we knew that we needed to switch, but it was too late. So then when they got the ball, they were wide open. So I think a lot of that was basically late communication.
Offensively, I mean, you take your shots when you get them, and you've hit some big ones. Did it have a feeling that 3-pointer in the third quarter there, I think, did you feel like that was a big shot for you guys at the time?
Yeah, I think that was the start of us trying to pull away. Right when I shot it, I kind of knew it was in, and that kind of was a really big momentum builder for our whole team. I kind of felt our shoulders relaxed, and we kind of felt more confident going into the rest of the game. So I think that was big for us.
Coach says you do a lot of things that don't show up in the box score. Does that kind of play, the defense, lead to the offense for you, or are you happy just being able to do those kind of things where you're able to put the pressure on the ball and cause some headaches for the other teams?
Defense is definitely my strongest is my strong point. So I definitely pride myself on that. Offensively, I kind of just do whatever presents itself. Like some of our plays, when I get it up high, I try and drive by my player, or if I get on the wing and the post open, I try and look in. I basically just do whatever's best to try and help my team win.
So, I mean, you guys got into the Sweet 16 here. I mean, played pretty well 2 straight nights. What's the attitude now heading out of the weekend, knowing you got another weekend to go here?
It's definitely exciting. I know all the girls are really excited. One more week together. I mean, what's the point now? But we want to keep going as far as we can. But all we can do is focus on the next game.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks a lot,
Thank you.
guys.